What if the biggest World Cup opener of Portugal's campaign is not about Cristiano Ronaldo scoring, but about whether Portugal are still too dependent on him? And what if Congo DR, a team many fans are overlooking, are exactly the kind of physical, fast, fearless side that can turn this into a real problem? This is not just Portugal versus Congo DR. This is control versus chaos, legacy versus hunger, and maybe the first surprise story of Group K. Portugal enter this game as the clear favourite, opening their World Cup 2026 run in Houston against a Congo DR side playing at the tournament for the first time since 1974. On paper, Portugal have the stars, the depth, the experience, and the structure. But Congo DR are not arriving just to make up the numbers. They are arriving with pace, power, belief, and a real upset script if Portugal switch off for even a few moments. This game probably comes down to one simple question. Can Portugal break the block before Congo DR break into space? Portugal should dominate the ball through Bruno Fernandes, Vitinha, and João Neves, while Congo DR will likely look to stay compact and then explode forward through runners like Yoane Wissa. Bruno himself has already warned that Congo DR are dangerous in transition and strong physically, especially on the right side. So this is not a mystery match. Portugal know the danger. The issue is whether they can control it for 90 minutes. Let's start with the brain of this Portugal side, Bruno Fernandes. If Portugal look sharp, Bruno will be the reason. He is the one who speeds the game up, shifts the defense, and finds the final pass when everyone else sees traffic. But this is the risk with Bruno too. If he starts forcing the spectacular too early, he can actually feed the exact transition game Congo DR want. Then there is Cristiano Ronaldo. And yes, every camera will find him. This could be the final World Cup chapter for one of football's biggest icons. Portugal still know that one loose ball in the box, one floated cross, one defensive lapse, and Ronaldo can still punish you. But the real question is whether Portugal use him as a weapon or as the entire game plan. If they become predictable, Congo DR will love that. Vitinha might quietly be one of the most important players on the pitch. In games like this, where one team sits deep and waits, you need a midfielder who can keep the ball moving without making the attack slow and sleepy. Vitinha's job is not just possession, it is intelligent possession. He has to know exactly when to calm it down and exactly when to punch a hole through the block, and watch Nuno Mendes on the left. He can change the game without even touching the score sheet. His running power, recovery speed, and ability to create width can stretch Congo DR in ways central combinations cannot. But he also has to be careful. If he flies forward recklessly and Portugal lose the ball, Congo DR have the pace to attack right into that space. Now let's move to Congo DR, and the first name has to be Yoane Wissa. He already set the tone before kickoff by basically saying they are ready to look Portugal and Ronaldo in the eye. That attitude matters. Wissa gives Congo DR directness, speed, and belief. If Portugal lose the ball in a bad shape, Wissa is the kind of player who can turn one recovery into panic instantly. Cedric Bakambu could be the finisher Congo DR need if chances are limited. In games where the underdog only gets 2 or 3 real openings, the striker has to be brutal. Bakambu's role is simple but difficult. Occupy the centre-backs, stay alive in the box, and turn scraps into shots. He may not get many touches, but one touch could define the game. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is another huge name here because Portugal have so much quality in the wide channels. If he wins his 1v1 battles, Congo DR stay alive. If he gets pinned back and never steps out, Portugal will build rhythm and territory all day. His defending could literally decide whether this stays a match or becomes a siege. Then there is Chancel Mbemba, the likely defensive leader. Against a side with Ronaldo, Bruno, and aggressive wide service, your centre-back cannot just survive. He has to organise, anticipate, and dominate the messy second ball moments. The first clearance is important, But against Portugal, the second phase is often where the danger really comes. So, here is the final preview verdict. Portugal are the better team, the more polished team, and the team that should win if they play to their level. But Congo DR are not a soft opener. They have the physical profile, transition threat, and emotional edge to make this uncomfortable, especially if Portugal starts slowly or turn every attack into give it to Ronaldo and hope. If Portugal score early, they may control the whole night. If Congo DR survive and grow into the game, this could get very interesting. So now I want your call. Comfortable Portugal win or a real Group K shock? Drop your prediction in the comments. And if you want the full post-match breakdown right after the final whistle, stay locked in.